Hi, welcome to Your Tech Makeover, the podcast that gives you tips and tricks to help you simplify and get more out of the technology in your life. I'm your host, Frank Bravo. This episode is the last part of a mini-series that I've been doing about sharing and syncing data, where I've explained tools and how they work and why you might want to use them. Aside from the introduction episode that gave you an overview of the tools, each of the episodes have dived into the one particular one that we're talking about. Today, we're talking about Apple's venture into all of this. And that is, if you're an Apple user, chances are you've seen the iCloud drive pop up in your settings or try to open a document and it magically came from the cloud. But I'm going to ask you, are you using it to your full potential? Or are you just sort of hoping it works and praying that it doesn't eat your files? Today, we're going to dive deep into iCloud Drive, what it does, how it syncs across the devices, and a few sneaky settings that are probably overlooked. Whether you've got one Apple device or a whole fleet, this episode is going to help you level up your iCloud game. So let's talk about what it actually does and the basics of it. iCloud Drive is Apple's built-in cloud storage system. If you've ever saved a file from your phone or your Mac and found it waiting for you on your iPad or another device, that's iCloud Drive doing its thing. Think of it as a digital filing cabinet that travels with you. It's not unlike the other tools that we've talked about, where you save a document in one place and poof, it instantly is available in another. The thing is that this is based on Apple's technology, and if you have Apple devices throughout your infrastructure, then this will work seamlessly for you. It works behind the scenes to sync files, documents, photos, videos, and even your desktop and documents folders if you let it. But don't confuse iCloud Drive with iCloud Photos, iCloud Backup, or iCloud Keychain. They're all part of the broader iCloud ecosystem, but iCloud Drive is your go-to spot for documents and files. Here's the thing, iCloud Drive isn't just a storage service, it's part of the Apple ecosystem, like AirDrop, Handoff, and iMessage, and it's built to work with your Apple gear. It integrates with your Apple own products like Pages and Numbers and Keynotes, and many other third-party apps as well. It's designed to be seamless, saves in one place, and is available to access everywhere on your Apple devices. Plus, the free Files app on your phone or your iPad acts as a mini finder for your iCloud Drive. It's complete with folders, tags, and other sharing options. If you've already all in on Apple, then iCloud Drive has to be a no-brainer. A quick shout out to listeners like you who help make Your Tech Makeover possible. Your support helps keep this podcast going, and I truly appreciate it. Want to contribute? Just click the link in the show notes or visit yourtechmakeover.com. Plus, as a special thank you, supporters who give $25 or more will get $25 off a one-time consultation with me to help you simplify your tech. Thanks for being part of the Your Tech Makeover community. Now, back to what I was saying. Let's talk about some of the settings that usually get overlooked when you're setting up iCloud. First, it's the desktop and documents settings. This is a big one. You can turn on iCloud settings for your Mac, document, and desktop folders. It's super handy, but keep an eye on your storage because it probably will fill up your iCloud space faster than you think. You would turn this on by going to the Apple menu, then the system settings, click on the name, your name I should say, at the top on the left side, and then you get to your Apple account. Then find iCloud, then Drive. Tick on the sync your Mac, desktop, and documents folder, and your files will sync up to the cloud. But be aware that if you're not paying for iCloud storage space, you may want to upgrade first, and actually it probably will tell you need to upgrade first, but more about that in a minute. In that same section, you'll find the Optimize Mac Storage option. When that is enabled, macOS will remove local copies of your older files to help save space on the storage in your device, and it will only keep them in the cloud. This is great, but it may not be great if you're working offline. This is a necessity if you have limited storage space on your device, but a huge iCloud drive, which is my situation in my MacBook Air. Next is the sharing and files option. You can share individual files or an entire folder through iCloud Drive. It works a lot like Dropbox or Drive or Google Drive, sharing where you can set permissions for others to view, but it's not limited to just Apple devices. The user will need to have an Apple account to access it, but they don't need an Apple device. There's also a way that you can look at some hidden storage hogs. In iCloud settings, you can manage your files so you know what's taking up space. Is it an old iOS device backup from 10 years ago? Maybe it's email attachments or app data. You can manage all of that and free up space when you need to. So let's talk about what it costs, because free only gets you so far in the Apple world. Unlike other devices, other platforms, I should say, Apple only gives you 5 gigabytes of cloud storage for free. That fills up super fast, especially if you're backing up an iPhone, storing some photos, or syncing files. For most people, an upgrade is the only option. Here in the US, prices are for 50 gigabytes of space, about $1 a month. This is great for individuals who need just a little bit of extra space for files and photos. Most people upgrade to at least the 200 gigabyte level, which is $3 a month. This is ideal for families who need to share files, or if you're storing more media or sharing that space. Or you could pay $10 a month for a 2 terabyte storage. This is the go big or go home option. It is perfect if you have a lot of devices or sharing with a lot of other people in your group. Yeah, I mentioned sharing the file space because you can share the 200 gigabyte or the 2 terabyte plan with other people in your family through the Apple Family Sharing program. That way, everyone gets the storage they need, but you only get one bill. This is what I've set up for myself, since I need a lot of cloud storage space myself, and multiple people in my family were paying, so it was a great way to reduce that cost. And like most services, families don't necessarily mean that you're related. So some other quick tips to help you get the most out of iCloud Drive. Like all cloud storages, you need to stay organized. Create folders, use color-coded tags for easy access, and those tags go across all your devices. Use the Files app. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, this is the iCloud command center for all your files. If you don't have it on your device, download it from the App Store. You'll want to keep an eye on your storage plan. Like I mentioned, you get 5 gigs for free, but realistically, most people need to get upgraded. 50 gigabytes is pretty affordable and worth that peace of mind rather than having to deal with removing files from your iCloud storage. And turn it off for apps you don't need. A lot of apps will save stuff into your iCloud, but don't waste the space for syncing data that you'll never use. So are you using iCloud Drive to its fullest potential? Or is it just an icon and a setting that you ignore? Let me know if you are or if you're not. And as always, if you have an idea for topics that you'd like me to cover, please feel free to contact me via email at frank@yourtechmakeover.com. That's it for now. Thanks for listening to Your Tech Makeover. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast in your favorite platform so that you don't miss an episode. And if you have another second, please go ahead and like this episode and the podcast in general. You can also check out yourtechmakeover.com, where you can see more information about me and about all the different episodes. But if you even want to know more about me, please visit bravoitc.com. Until next time, I'm Frank Bravo, and this has been Your Tech Makeover.